Real Madrid considers forgetting the Euro and turning to the Portuguese solution to bolster its defence. Tebas. No one can criticize Perez, and Real Madrid does not have the right to impose its ideas on football. The frightening Bellingham? Dani Olmo challenges the Real Madrid star. An exciting move brings Real Madrid's star closer to the Saudi League. Before we begin, don't forget to share your predictions in the comments about who will win the Euro. And if you're a fan of the Royal Club, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to get the news as soon as it drops. Real Madrid considers forgetting the Euro and turning to the Portuguese solution to bolster its defence. The complications surrounding the transfer deal of Lenny Euro to Real Madrid have led the Spanish club to explore other options to replace Nacho Fernandez, who moved to Al Qadisiyah in Saudi Arabia. Euro has been Real's main target during this summer transfer window due to his outstanding performances with Lille last season and his young age of 19. However, he has not yet reached an agreement to finalise the deal. Mundo Deportivo reported that Lille's high financial demands for selling Euro and Manchester United entering the deal have pushed Real to consider signing 25-year-old Diogo Leite from French club Union Berlin. The newspaper noted that Real has been following the player for a long time, with coach Carlo Ancelotti being one of his biggest admirers, especially since he played against Real in last season's UEFA Champions League group stages, where he started both the away and home games, which his team lost 1-0 and 3-2 respectively. The deal to sign the Portuguese from Berlin is expected to cost only 18 million euros, which would save Real Madrid a lot of money, while Lille is asking for 50 million euros to release Euro. It is worth mentioning that Diogo Leite is under contract with Union Berlin until 2026, and Real is not the only club interested in him, with competition from Sevilla, Milan, and Bayer Leverkusen in the current summer transfer window. Tebas. No one can criticize Perez. And Real Madrid does not have the right to impose its ideas on football. Javier Tebas, president of the Spanish Football League, continued his criticism of the European Super League concept launched by Real Madrid's president, Florentino Perez, which remains steadfast despite the controversies it has sparked in recent years. Perez launched the European Super League in 2021 with the participation of 12 European clubs, including Real Madrid and Barcelona, along with English teams like Liverpool. The idea caused a stir and drew criticism in the global football community, including from FIFA, UEFA, and all responsible organizations, who have declared the project invalid. As a result, clubs withdrew one after the other from the project, except for Real Madrid, which remained steadfast, especially after a Spanish commercial court provisionally ruled in April that sports authorities could not prevent the launch of the Super League until the case was fully considered. Tebas, in statements published by the Spanish newspaper Sport, when asked why no one criticizes Florentino Perez, said, "Because leaving your comfort zone and criticizing one of the most powerful men in this country is complicated. I realize that." He added, "I'm not asking for heroes, and I'm not one either. It's not easy to do that, and I don't need to go into much detail about that. You live in Spain and know what I'm talking about." Regarding why Barcelona has stepped back in its defense of the Super League project, he said, "Everything is a result of the great institutional crisis that the club has gone through." In his resignation speech, Bartomeu said he had signed the Super League papers. Then, due to lack of experience or something else, those who came later, like Ferran Reverter or Laporta himself, wanted to continue in a wave that is not correct. He continued, "Football today is completely different from what Laporta knew from his first term as president. If Barcelona was in a normal economic situation, it would not be in the Super League. But let's say we have a professional relationship with Barcelona. At least it does not conflict with everything we do, which is something we find with Real Madrid. For Madrid, everything we do is wrong. For Real Madrid, we are very bad. We are a disaster." He stressed, "Real Madrid opposes everything, but convinces no one. They lost that battle in April 2021 and were unable to win it. Some of us defend against applying the model called for by Perez. He decided that his model, the rule of the rich, must prevail, and he will try to achieve that before leaving the presidency of Madrid. He explained, but there was very strong opposition in the Spanish league and its president, who does not remain silent, and who fights for that, he says it, and will say it several times as necessary. When asked if he had faced problems due to his opposition to Perez, he said, "Well, look, yes, unpleasant things, but I prefer not to say that they are occupational hazards. I have always admitted that I am a fan of Real Madrid, as are my 4 children." The frightening Bellingham, Dani Olmo, challenges the Real Madrid star. Dani Olmo, the Leipzig and Spain midfielder, believes there is no reason to be afraid of Jude Bellingham, the England and Real Madrid star, before the Euro final. A fierce battle awaits Spain and England at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin the day after tomorrow Sunday in the Euro 2024 final, with English ambitions of Bellingham playing a starring role with the Three Lions as he did with Real last season. Olmo, speaking to the El Larguero program, said, "I'm not afraid of Bellingham. He is a reference point there in England. Football is played through his boots, and he always tries to be involved in the midst of battles and gets involved in every game." He added, "For me, he is a player we definitely need to pay attention to during the match, but I don't feel any fear playing against him." Olmo entered Spain's starting lineup in the Euros after Pedri's injury, a situation he fully capitalized on by scoring against Germany in the quarter-finals and contributing to the winning goal against France in the semi-finals, accidentally scored by Jules Koundé in his own net. It is worth noting that Olmo is linked with a move away from Leipzig during the current summer transfer window, with news of interest from Barcelona, Manchester United and Liverpool in activating the release clause in his contract, valued at £55 million. Saudi League. A Real Madrid star has made a move towards a transfer to one of the clubs in the Saudi Professional League for the upcoming season. The famous Italian journalist Rudy Galletti revealed on his X-platform account early this morning, Saturday, that Andriy Lunin agreed to meet again with officials from the Saudi Investment Fund, paving the way for a move to the Russian league. Galletti did not specify exactly when the first meeting was or what was discussed. The journalist, specialized in the Saudi transfer market, indicated that Lunin will meet with the fund's officials next week to better understand the details of the contract prepared for him. The Ukrainian goalkeeper sparked speculation about his future with Real Madrid when asked by Marca newspaper whether he would stay with the team, to which he replied, "We'll see. We'll see." Lunin is under contract with Real Madrid until June 2025. The 25-year-old goalkeeper had a golden opportunity to play as a starter with Real Madrid last season in the absence of Belgian Thibaut Courtois. Lunin performed exceptionally in 31 matches he played in all competitions, keeping a clean sheet in 12 matches and being one of the reasons for the royal team's double win of the Spanish League and the Champions League. However, he found himself back on the bench at the end of the season after Courtois' return. Galletti himself pointed out yesterday, Friday, that Lunin is one of 3 goalkeepers the Saudi Investment Fund is targeting to join Saudi clubs next season, alongside Jan Oblak, Atletico Madrid's goalkeeper, and Bento from Atlético Paranaense of Brazil. Al Nassr and Al Ittihad clubs are most eagerly awaiting these negotiations as they seek to strengthen their goalkeeper positions, following the departures of David Ospina from Al Nassr and Marcelo Grau from Al Ittihad, while Abdullah Al Mayouf is also nearing a departure from the Tigers team. Nevertheless, Al Nassr is in advanced negotiations with Ederson Moraes, Manchester City's goalkeeper, and if